nobody likes to hear about other people's dreams. Right? That's like rule number one. The second someone starts telling you, was I in it?
Did anybody tell that to Dr. Martin Luther King?
Well, I mean, like, not that kind of dream. Yeah, as a parent.
Hey, you brought it up.
As a father, you should encourage us to tell you about our dreams. But I'm talking about, when you go to sleep. No one wants to hear about someone's dream unless I was in it.
I was just clarifying.
Well, I had a fucking dream last night that Matt Tomachek was sitting next to you, and we were about to start the show. And we're literally doing the show. We're starting the intro. The music's starting to swell and everything. And I'm like, hey, and then I realize my microphone's swung over by the window. And then I look down and the computer's not even on, or it's not even on the fucking desk. It's still in the bag. And I'm like, how? And then all of a sudden I don't hear myself. So things like gradually broke themselves down. But
are you sure you weren't doing acid?
I think I might have been. That must have been that Ambien I took. Guys, They Call Us the Breeze. Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra. There's only one way to do it, so let's get to it. Let's go! Clap 'em in, boys! Load 'em up, boys. All right, guys, They Call Us a Breeze. That is Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra sitting here live in the Tiger Cage.
Go! Sam's looking back when you started clapping like, what? USA got another gold?
Well, you didn't do a trick, Sam, or anything like that. You've just been laying there.
They pulled ahead like 3 days ago.
She does the mat exercises.
Yeah, speaking of the Olympics. Well, anyway, let's do let's get the business out of the way. They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra. Like I said, sitting here live in the Tiger Cage every Thursday, right around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just make sure you're going to YouTube, subscribing to our channel, Tiger Cage Media, of course, and of course, ringing that little bell for notifications. Dad took a short sip on that one. He knew it was coming. Great job. That's a catcher.
It's timing.
That's a catcher right there. That's a goaltender right there.
As what's his name?
That was like a no-look pass.
As Peyton Manning would say, it's timing. It's just timing.
Yeah, Dad just kind of did a no-look pass.
He did.
On us.
Quick little no-look pass, and he got right back to, defense. And then make sure you guys are going out to tigercagemedia.com. You can find links to everything there. Our Facebook, our TikTok that Ryan so meticulously curates for us, and I always enjoy that stuff. And you guys will too. Little bite-sized breeze, if you will. And then, of course, you can buy the merch. You can buy the T-shirts. You can buy the hats. And got a little bit of news for you later on something else that might be popping up on that website here within the next couple days. So.
And Greg, you can find us on They Call Us the Breeze, BRE'.
So Dad, Dad's friend since he was a kid.
Proper
basically.
Grammar. It can mess
He's just been trying to get one of his old man friends to figure out how to watch the show or listen to the show, and they're just having some communication breakdown, and he doesn't know. He's like, left, and he goes, no, right. I mean, left, what? And so, it's the deaf leading the blind on this one. But we're going to get Greg on. Greg, if you're listening to this, you've made it, my friend. You've made it to the promised land. And all of you out there, you guys have made it to the promised land. Thank you so much for every one of you out there that's listening. There's 1,000 that aren't. And, of course, tonight's show is once again brought to you by the Red House. No?
I can do it.
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so we got a big ass show for you tonight. Of course, we got celebrity birthdays coming up in the next segment. Got some things to talk about. Little Olympics here, little Olympics there. Proud of our boys. Going to clap them in on that one. I got a little bit of a game here for you boys tonight. I got a new game for you boys. I saw something online. It was just something dumb that came across my Facebook, and I was like, I wonder if I could quiz Ryan and Dad on this a little later, so that'll be fun. And then, just all sorts of stuff.
All right.
If it's crypto, I'm out.
I'm going to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
What?
Spectrum opened at 10 today.
Tell Spectrum no.
And I needed to replace our modem, so I went in there. And let me talk about gold medals, and let me talk about geriatrics that don't know what they're doing.
Dad, he's referring to you.
There should be a gold medal that they give out to the quickest person that can fill out that kiosk when they first walk into Spectrum. It's not even people greeting them anymore. So you're sending 65, 70-year-olds in there to try to log in to be on the board, and they have no idea how to even work this iPad. I go in there. I thought I was going to be... I remember I went up to Dayton, Ohio, and I was with Sean Smith, and he went in, and he got a modem in and out 5 minutes. I thought that's how it was going to happen.
Allegedly.
I walked into that motherfucker. I thought I was going to be out in 10 minutes.
Tuesday comes around.
Dude, I walked in, 2 representatives, okay? 15 people on the couches waiting, and then 3 65-plus trying to figure out how to log in their information. I go, someone looked back at me. I go, out loud, I don't do it often. I go, fuck this. And they looked at me, and I just left. I was like, babe, I'm going to have to come back tomorrow. I can't do it. Well,
I told you about on the show.
That was going to be there should be fast passes in that thing. Like, I'll pay.
There is. You should have went Monday when we were getting one of those big bands.
Golly.
Well, you should be able to like early check in online or something and put your name in the queue. I mean, the fucking weed store, the stoners. Remember when you used to buy drugs? The dealer was always an hour late to your meetup spot. Now you go to the weed stores. They're like, check in early. Check in when you're getting here. Check in now. Check in here. Check in there. And they're right on top of it usually.
Yeah, because they're not getting busted by the cops.
Yeah, exactly. They're actually kind of bored just sitting around.
Which bus stop you want to meet me at over there?
But anyway, back to your thing about, I mean, I've talked about it like on the first year of the podcast here, but like the very first few episodes was when I went to go return that modem because they said I had to. They gave me a new box and they were like, put the old one in this box and drop it off at a store or pay for the shipping bag. And I'm like, fuck that. And there's a store right around here. And I walked in and there was tons of people and like one girl all the way across, and I walk in with a box under my arm. So she's like, returning? And I'm like, yep. She's like, gonna have to do it in the mail. Can't take it today. Sorry. And I was just like, and I just turned around and walked out.
And that's what, like, they're like, just return it or like swap it in the mail. I was like, well, we don't have that time because she works from home. But I was holding doors open for people.
And why are the old people?
They're taking 20 minutes to get from their car. That's
female
5 feet.
does not.
No, that's fine.
Male or female, gender does not matter to me. I'll open a door for either or.
But
age either, kid, adult.
We got
I didn't know that there was an iPad that they had to fill out. So they were
it's
first.
A nice thing to do.
They're first to the iPad.
Okay, so that's why the old people have the iPad in their hand?
The old people. I mean, no. So you walk in.
Is that including me?
You walk into Spectrum now, and there's an iPad, and then you have to fill out your account, and then you have to check in. But those cats, and there's no one helping them check in.
See, I thought you were saying.
I never did those.
I go, before. I'm never gonna get out of this.
That's to me like a kiosk thing, and that never just. I've only seen it in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I thought you were saying these old people were confused and bringing their iPads into the internet store and being like, why doesn't this thing work? And they're like, fucking, we're the internet.
Like, God damn it, we got another one. Jerry?
We don't have...
This thing don't work.
Yeah, we're
Can
not
you help me?
We're not the cell phone store. You need to go down to T-Mobile.
They're like, sir, do you watch porn? What? No, I've never. Well, this whole thing is...
Just riddled with porn.
Look, I'm watching porn right now. You just gave me your iPad.
I can't even see the screen, sir. And that's a whole different other story. Yeah, so little Hurricane Debby. I don't think it was bad for any of us. I drove past your house on Monday.
Yeah.
And I was like, the first half of street nearest the shopping plaza, that was flooded.
Yeah.
But I was like watching to see if yours was, and it looked like you were fine. I was actually at Chili's Sunday when the shit was hitting the fan, and Dad had texted me, hey, is your backyard flooded? And all I had to do was go on my camera app, my security app, and look up the backyard cam, and I was like, nope, doesn't look like it.
Send me a picture, and I go, huh?
Did you have to go into Spectrum?
I did have to go.
To see if your backyard was flooded?
I was like, please show me how to work my goddamn phone, please. But no, but so...
What button did I push?
So, Dad, here's how my Sunday went.
Now, let me ask you, did you feel guilty?
About what I'm about to talk about?
Going out to a restaurant.
Well, okay, so let me tell Dad, if it's going to be open, I'm not going to feel guilty about it because they're stuck there anyway, and I would like for them to make a little bit of money. So I had plans with a friend to go see the new Deadpool finally Sunday, and I figured, look, it's just going to be, and this was Friday when I booked the tickets too. So I was trying to make sure we had good seats because that shit was going to fill up fast on a Sunday, especially in P Park where people just don't care if there's a storm coming. And I figured it'd just be like a light tropical storm, whatever. And so I bought the tickets, and then Sunday comes, and I'm like, okay, literally pick me up at like 3:30, and we'll jolt over there because I'm watching the radar, and that looks like the only time where there's not going to be fucking massive swells of rain.
What time Saturday?
Sunday.
Sunday, you definitely.
Oh yeah. We knew we were going to get it
and I was
overnight.
Well, we had already been getting it.
Mostly Monday.
So we had been getting it all afternoon on Sunday, and then I looked on the radar for the lightest green spot I could find, and that was between 3:30 and 4. and the Chili's is 15 minutes from my house. So I was like, pick me up at 3:30 on the dot. We'll have a 30-minute window to where we can get in before we get pelted again. And just like I had planned, 15, 20 minutes into us sitting at the bar at Chili's, we're getting fucking pelted.
Was she impressed? You have to know how to operate those bands.
Well, we're supposed to. So this is.
I knew Dave Osterberg.
So, Dad, you'll love this. You'll love this.
Paul Delgado.
This is my Debby story. All right.
They let me inside. They sent me texts.
I'll wait till you guys are done with your fucking.
Was that a gay Trump?
I didn't mean to be, but the last part might have came out that way.
You can't get him started on the Trump. He's just going to do it and it sucks that he just literally, listeners, I apologize because there was literally a live Trump press conference right before the podcast. So these boys are on one. It's only a matter of time until I do it.
If you listen to the Clay and Buck show,
which we weren't. It was just, the TV was on.
Hey, they might endorse us.
Anyways. So we go to the Chili's right in time. 20 minutes into sitting at that bar, the fucking swells start again, and it's mad out there. A little bit later, we've ordered appetizers, 2 appetizers, decently fucking priced. Them things are getting up there in price. I'll tell you what. $15-$16 for some of these appetizers.
That's because Biden.
Yeah, but either way.
At your store?
No, we were at Chili's.
Oh, Chili's. Really? For what?
Brisket.
He's rocked. That just rocked this world.
Brisket, quesadillas, and Southwest egg rolls.
Well, maybe there's something in Noble Crust that's much. I mean,
but
we went to
anyway,
Kobe and it was like.
Anyway, God, we're never going to get the story done.
I know we won't.
All right, so
you never get to the end, Joe.
So
you always
there.
forget Joe.
The swells are starting to swell.
Well, anyway.
All right, Dad.
My friend has 3 or 4 Casamigos margaritas, which are not cheap. I have one. I have about 4 Stella Drafts, which are not big, but probably expensive anyway. The power we're in there about almost 2 hours. We got about 45 minutes to go until the movie starts. The power had flicked off once or twice briefly, and the TV's reset, and they were like blue screen, and everyone claps and does the dumb shit that they do. And we were her and I just sat there in silence. We're like, there's no reason to clap. There's no reason to jeer. There's no reason to do any of that. They didn't do it. No one dropped a dish or broke a glass. It's just God.
That's a funny bit.
It's just
ladies and gentlemen, I am a server.
It's just the
this
power.
This is okay.
So it goes out finally a third time and it doesn't come back on.
Now they're not clapping.
And they have just done shift change. And we still haven't paid for our tab. We tipped the first bartender $10. We're like, well, let's pay you out. And she's like, no, I'm just going to transfer it. And then tipped her $10 or whatever. And then the power goes out the third time, and all the cooks start coming out of the back of the kitchen. The manager comes out, and the bartender's like, all right, there's only 20 people in there. There's like 2 tables, and then like a few people around the bar. And they're like, everyone, finish what you're drinking, finish what you're eating. Everyone's got to go. Tab's on us tonight. Dad, that tab had to have been like about $120 at that moment, sitting there for 2 hours. And they're like, tab's on us. And I was like, the bartender comes over and she's like, yeah, so you guys probably...
Can I get a drink to go?
Listen. She has a full-ass margarita. I had just finished my Stella and was about to ask for another Stella. And I'm like, well, fuck. And then she comes over and I was like, is that for real? She's like, yeah, everybody's got to go. And I was just like, can I get one more Stella real quick? And she's like, yeah, that's fine. Even though the tab was on the house, she's like, yeah, that's fine. I'll pour one more. I was like, she's got a full marg. Can I? And she's like, yeah. Because she knew how fast I was drinking them anyway. She didn't give a shit. And so she brings over another beer, and I just hand her a $50 bill, and she's like, what? And I was like, dude, you just started your shift, and your shift just fucking ended.
She's like, I just made $400.
You just drove all the way in this fucking rain, and you came in soaking wet, and you're going to turn around with $20.
They're kicking everybody out of the restaurant.
You're going to come out, you're going to leave with $20.
You're going to stand here looking out the window at
I'm
60
sure
mile
I
an hour
wasn't.
winds.
I'm sure I wasn't the only one that hooked her the fuck up. You know what I mean?
You would hope.
Yeah. So then we go, all right, so this is all in the same block.
Well, you saved $70. So.
Yeah, fucking right I did. And a tip on top of that.
I expected to pay this. I'm going to give her this.
I was
look like a, you are a hero.
That was going to be $150 with tip, you know what I mean? So $50 was fucking cheap. So then we're like, dare we drive past the movie theater just to see? I was
that's a nice tip for a one. What'd you say you were drinking?
I was
one
like,
Stella.
I was like, we can.
That's free.
I should have gave her the money first, and then she would have been like...
Can you come back next weekend?
No shit. Yeah, so I was like, dare we drive past the movie theater just to see what the deal is? Because we can always come back in an hour and 15 minutes if they're still going. because it's far enough away from the Chili's, but in the same parking lot. And of course, we see just like people crawling out like cockroaches. You can't see a single light on in the lobby of the movie theater, which had to have been pretty fucking cool and scary at the same time.
Everybody's got their phone lights, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so, which is funny because I had previously joked, I was like, we're gonna probably get wet when we go to Chili's and the movies because this rain's gonna fucking be terrible. And I was talking and joking with somebody else at work, and I was just like, wouldn't it be kind of funny if like the power went out during the movies? I've never had that happen, and it would be kind of an adventure because you got to turn on your flashlight and you got to fucking step down those stairs, make sure you don't break your neck, and then it's everybody like trying to figure out where everybody else is at.
Do you think they have like those, especially
probably the emergency lights?
Lights
yeah,
come on
100%.
Light up the
they
whole,
have to.
Yes.
They have to.
Like if not, you got to feel your way out.
That's pretty much an OSHA rule.
And if you're gonna feel your way out, you're gonna feel your way out.
Or a fine
snacks.
So anyway, we get back to
popcorn.
my house. We go to Wawa. We pick up some beer. We're getting pelted with fucking rain. We go back to my house and we figure we'll just drink some beer in the garage, watch a movie, whatever. Get to my house, all the power's off, refrigerator, fucking everything, except for, I don't understand this. The AC still set on 76 and reading 76, and then everything in the garage is working. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Now the swells start coming down. I'm like, okay, I have bags of ice left over from the party in the freezer.
Did you call an electrician out there to find out why that was like that?
No idea.
Tropical storm.
Well, no, there's no reason.
Oh, you mean
why
just in general?
Because the garage, everything we rewired in the garage, other than the dryer, which is 220,
right,
and the hot water heater we didn't touch is 220. Everything else is 110, and we worked off of things that
110 really.
Yeah,
well,
yeah, like these.
Don't get them fucking started.
Yeah, clear the schedule. We're gonna talk.
So for your air conditioner to be working, and what else did you say was working?
All the garage, and that was it.
It makes no sense.
Well, the garage is on the same one as the music room, and the light wasn't coming on in there. So I don't know what was going on. So here's the deal. So check this out, right? So we get to the house, and it's fucking swelling raining, and my breakers are outside. So I'm like, probably wait till the blowing rain stops before I go fuck with those. And you're going to follow me in case I accidentally blow myself up, and you're going to be able to call the ambulance or whatever. So we wait till we hear that break in the rain, and I go out, and I start flipping shit without knowing what I'm doing, and I don't remember exactly where things were, and I'm like, okay, I feel a spring. All right, never mind. I'm just going to go towards the spring on everything. I reset everything. She was running around the house on a cell phone, flipping switches like, yep, that room's back on. Yep, that room's back on. Everything came back on perfectly fine. AC never shut down. Garage never shut down.
What a team. What a team right there.
None of those were kicked in the off position that you could feel.
I couldn't really tell. First of all, I'm buzzed, obviously.
And you don't know anything about it.
And I don't know anything about this. And I feel like one of the double ones that are connected, that was like halfway maybe. And not on the AC box, but the other box.
Your air conditioner would definitely be two double.
Yeah. No, those are on a separate box. Those are on a separate box. And those were fine. And it was working. Literally, it was blowing next to me. It was spinning next to me.
And your garage is not on a separate box.
Nope.
That's odd.
Yep. So either way, it was an adventure, and my buddy helped me out. She ran around the fucking house and checked all the different things and had me on the phone. And I was like, how about this now? And she's like, oh, that just went off. And I was like, okay. I was like, all right, I'm starting to learn where everything is. But I was kind of buzzed. So... And then we got through the night and fucking watched TV and heard plenty more swells.
She could have killed you.
I lost a couple tree branches in the tree in the back corner, and I still have to trim one of them down with that handy little saw that I've been using. Thank you very much for that.
Works fucking tits.
I cut up all the things I pulled out of the tree and all the things that fell. I've already cut them into sections.
It's like cutting butter.
Yep. And now I have to try to get this limb off the tree, which
It'll cut.
I have to actually
cut, limbs up.
I have to bust mine out because I have all those vines that are hanging over my back patio, and I just need to clear all that up.
Yeah, it's gonna all get caught up and around that.
All right, well, never mind then.
Well, we hope you guys fared as well as we did out there, and plenty of resources out there. I'm still getting texts today saying if this and this or that and that happened to you during the storm, Hurricane Debby, whatever you want to call it. And there's resources out there, but I hope you guys fared well out there. I know our friends in Shore Acres.
Clyster 9 took a shit flooded, on 9th Street because that was the only place they could get dry land.
I bet he could.
How far up north and south you are in the United States?
Yeah.
We had a tropical storm here.
Yeah. But good luck, everyone out there. And we'll be right back with the Call Us a Break. We're going to take a quick little commercial break. We got celebrity birthdays coming up next. Ryan is up first tonight. Got a good batch of birthdays. And Ryan is up first and also up 17 points. So we'll see how they do. We'll be right back. We love you.
So y'all.
See ya.
Bye.
For a second there, I thought you disappeared. It rains a lot this time of year. And we both go together if one falls down. I talk out loud like you're still around. No, no. And I miss you. I'm going back home to the West Coast. I wish you would have put yourself in my suitcase. I love you, standing all alone in a black coat. I miss you, I'm going back home to the West Coast. And if you shake her hard enough, she will appear. Tonight I think I'll be staying here. And you never did like this town. Alright. I talk out loud like you're still around. No, no. And I miss you. I'm going back home to the West Coast. I wish you would have put yourself in my suitcase. I love you, standing all alone in a black coat. I miss you, I'm going back home to the West Coast.
That's what you say when
He lost somebody, right? Is that what that's saying?
that's what you say when you're on the East Coast and that fucking remnants of that dirty little whore Debbie's running up your tail.
It sounded to me
My
like
name's
he was
Cool
talking
Ethan.
about he lost her at her life was lost.
I don't know.
I live in Heinricher Hall.
You know,
That's
Ryan and I
that's
didn't
what I
ever.
got that from.
Ryan and I have loved that song for a very many of years, and we've never actually tried to analyze that.
That's what it
I've
sounded
never
to me
tried
like.
to analyze
I
the
got. I
lyrics.
was kind of going along, and then I started listening for a minute, and then I was like,
Can we get that
Oh.
mic just a little closer to you? Bud?
"Oh, I think he lost her."
Well, that was Coconut Records.
I don't mean as a
Jason
girlfriend, but-
Jason Schwartzman's solo project, Coconut Records. That was a song, West Coast. Great music video. Some handy-cam skateboarding out there. And guys, this is They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo Romeo Echo Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage, episode 159 out here. This one for August the 8th. August the 8th. It's alliteration. I like it. August the 8th. The year of our
2024.
Lord, 2024. And for every one of you out there that's listening, there's 1,000 that aren't. So tell your friends.
So
and
tell everybody up there in Old Town.
that's right. If they can't catch us on YouTube live every Thursday right around 3 p.m. on our channel, Tiger Cage Media, subscribe, ring the bell for little notifications. They can catch us every Monday wherever
we
they
can
get
get
their
as
podcast
funny
at.
as you want.
Speaking of August 8th, 2024, I was almost going to pick 5-3-10-4
Okay.
as the alkaline.
5 through 10.
Is that a Chicago song?
With bright blue eyes?
5, 3, 2.
With 5 3 eyes. I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking
anyway,
about
guys,
Chicago.
it's time. A little celebrity birthday action. Like I said, Dad is down just 17 points, kind of riding right around there. He's been doing pretty well.
I think
okay,
I've
we don't
made
need
2
these. We
points
don't need
in
all
2
this
weeks.
shit. Yeah. So you've done pretty good lately, and
Well,
we'll see if you can get some because
last week
we've got some pretty good birthdays for you guys up here today. What do you say? You guys want to play?
Yeah.
I would love to
All right,
play.
let's go.
Should have been yesterday.
Happy birthday! This is your birthday! Your birthday! Yay! Happy fucking birthday!
There is no birthday party here.
It should have been yesterday. For some reason on Fox 6 o'clock morning news, Charlie,
Just
or whoever was on there probably, but they did
Anyway.
4 birthdays, and that
In a
was
row,
yesterday.
yeah.
And I was like, oh,
one day off, motherfuckers.
well, like I said in the early going.
So we're just as entertaining as the morning news, is what Dad's basically saying.
I mean,
and I don't ever cheat. Remember how I
I
told you in
know,
the very
I know.
beginning? We're talking How many weeks have we been?
Well, what
doing
can you
this?
do if you're sitting there watching the TV and they all of a sudden come out with it and it hits you in the eyes? You know what I mean?
So, I don't know.
Get up and walk
I
out.
don't know how many weeks we're in, but in week 2, Teresa's like, "Why don't you just go on to Google and look for?" And I was like,
we've told them about that. All right, guys, celebrity birthdays. The way this works, we have 5 celebrity birthdays here. We do it every week, a rotating bevy of points that these boys have had. Dad's been in the lead for a long time, once upon a time, but Ryan's been back on top for quite a while now. So we'll see if Dad can start chipping away at that lead. Yeah, well,
I had a
celebrity
short
birthdays. This one
3-week
for
lead.
August the 8th, the year of our Lord 20 and 24. Ryan, avert your eyes, you pervert. Very first birthday we have up for you tonight. He buys his underwear at Kmart, for sure.
"Oh, was that?"
He
Dustin
made the
Hoffman?
song Mrs. Robinson popular,
Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely.
I love him in the movie
God,
I Heart
how old?
Huckabees. I think that was, I mean, his role as Greg Fokker's dad was pretty fucking good, but I love him most in I Heart Huckabees, and he's just been incredible.
Hot water
for
burn
very-
baby.
No,
for a
what
very
was the
long
one
time.
with the kids or whatever when he they got divorced?
Don't remember that.
Mr.
I'd have to figure that out. Anyway, very happy birthday goes out to Mr. Dustin Hoffman and Ryan. Ryan's up first on Dustin
Wow,
Hoffman
he
today. Ryan's up first on Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah. Yeah. Dustin Hoffman. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Dustin Hoffman's definitely
Jesus Christ, Ray.
hot water burn baby.
Jesus Christ, Ray. Answer the fucking question.
78.
That's
Definitely
right.
78.
Real close. And Jeremy,
How many toothpicks are left? Definitely. There's,
256 toothpicks.
yeah.
Oh,
Of course, Jeopardy starts at 5.
Yeah, so we got to make a...
Of course, Jeopardy.
77.
Should have went one more, buddy.
fuck.
87 today.
Wow.
Ryan gets the point.
I
Happy
didn't
birthday,
think he was.
Dustin.
I was going to say 82, and I was like, God, he can't
He's
be
up there,
that old,
fucker.
right?
He's up there, fucker. All right, next one. Pretty notable guitarist for a 4-man group, and where
Well,
he's...
Midnight Cowboy was his first big
Yeah,
one.
yeah. With
What's his name? That blonde-haired guy.
Hopper.
Yeah.
Dennis. Here we go.
No,
next.
no. It was a blonde-haired guy. Young,
Dennis Hopper.
John Voight.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
And
I'm
they're-
thinking of Easy Rider. Never mind. Here we go. All right, next one we have up for you. This guy, British-Irish guitarist for a 4-man group, Bleeding Heart sort of group, big in the 80s, big in the 90s, maybe in the late 70s, not entirely sure about that. They played the Sphere. I think they were the first band the Las Vegas Sphere had. This is the one and only guitar player for that group, so he's just been infinitely famous ever since. Lead singer's kind of a
U2.
douchebag. U2. This is the guitar player, The Edge. Still got to respect
My
that
turn
guy.
first.
Yep.
45.
Talking U2. U2.
Oh, let's say 55.
Yeah, he's
55.
probably like
55.
I'm going to try to get something here.
Because I really don't. I mean,
Yeah, he's probably 68.
Ryan's 5 points off. Dad is 8 points off. He is 63 today. Happy birthday, Edge. Ryan gets that one as well. All right, moving right along. Ryan's up first on this guy. Not really sure who he is. I think he just sells razor blades nowadays. Apparently, he used to play some tennis. I don't know.
Roger Federer?
Very happy birthday goes out to Mr. Roger Federer.
he's still trying to play up
Ryan's
until
up
about a year
first.
in the last year or so.
Yeah,
I think.
Roger Federer
Yeah.
is like probably like 45.
44.
No, he's older. God damn it.
Nope, he's younger. He is 43 today. Dad gets that point.
Damn it.
All right, this lady, we could use her around here in the Tiger Cage. I'm telling you,
Who,
because
Dolly Parton?
she would govern us so well, because she has governed one of the biggest assholes in radio for her entire career.
shit.
She's been the level-headed black lady with the dreads that we all love. She has dealt with this fucking towering Joey Ramone looking fuck for however long, and then on TV she had to sit there and fucking be on camera, and I'm sure that was a whole more big of a pain in the ass for her. And then, now they're on Sirius these days and still doing their thing.
I don't know her name.
But a very happy birthday
Rachel
goes out to Howard Stern's right-hand lady, the one that's just kind of kept him...
How long has she been with Howard Stern?
Since the fucking 80s, man. Since the fucking 80s. Since he's been
I first heard
if you watch the movie Private Parts, there's a pretty good... I mean, a lot of it's embellished, but there's a pretty good timeline on how he got his start, and she comes in pretty early.
68 years old.
Robin Quivers on Dad. Robin Quivers. Dad said 68 for Robin Quivers.
That's not bad, dude. But she's probably like 65.
Dad's a little closer. She is 72 today. Yeah, in the movie, she loses her job over some bit that they're trying to pull one over on the NBC radio guys, and they do some sort of bit where they don't actually curse, but they get to say some dirty words in context, and they all point around the room and like, whose idea was this? I don't know. It was John's. I don't know. It was so and so. I don't know. And then it ended on Robin. And they're like, fine, she's fired, and just fires her.
Now, Beetlejuice, you say you're worth $3 million? Yeah, I'm worth probably $3 million. You take Robin out? Oh, yeah, we'll take Robin out. Well, I'm going to smash it, too.
All right, here we go, guys.
Who's this?
Last and final, just Howard Stern bullshit.
Was that Howard Stern saying it, or
no? There's a different. We'll show you one.
I'm sure.
All right, this guy was one of the two rival boy bands in the '90s.
Bye. Did you know fucking Jed saw Joey Fatone last night?
Joey Fat One?
At a Limp Bizkit concert.
I
was like, dude, you saw everyone last night.
All right, so here we go. One of the members of NSYNC. I can't tell you anything really more than that. It's Ryan's go first. JC Chazes, I guess, is how you fucking say it. I wouldn't know. JC from NSYNC.
Nerd.
Fucking nerd.
JC, dude. One day I'm gonna be a big pop star.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them pops.
I'm from what?
Quahog, Rhode Island.
He's probably like 55.
55. Boy bands, Dad. Justin Timberlake.
That's pretty close. I'd say, damn, that's right around there. 4.
Ryan said double nickel. Dad said 54.
Mm-hmm.
He's in his 40s, guys. He's 48 today. Dad gets the point.
Happy birthday! It's your birthday! Yay! Happy fucking birthday!
There is no birthday party here.
That was a good catch. Did you see that?
Great catch.
I won the last 3 rounds.
Because I am a boss.
You got him.
He had me on my knees, and I got up on that standing
First
8
half
count.
he had you. First half
3
he
rounds
had you.
he had me standing 8 count, and it's like, and then the last 3 rounds I was like,
speaking of had you and all that, very, very
hit him in the
big.
chin,
Let's give some flowers and let's clap in our USA Olympic team. We're not out of the woods yet. We got to go till Sunday, and I believe they'll probably have the final ceremonies on Sunday, right? It goes till the 11th. That's what they say. So they'll do the closing ceremonies on Sunday. Maybe
I think that's the final team that we have coming. The final team to finish is the outdoor hunting team, and then we'll be out of the woods.
Where is it?
I was going to say, Dad, you do really...
That should be funny.
No, that's great. It's a great dad joke.
I was going to say, you did really good on those birthdays without having Dan
signal. I got an even worse joke. What if, like, so
I got
Snoop
a chip
Dogg...
in my head.
So say Snoop Dogg opened the ceremonies, right?
Snoop Dogg.
Listen,
Hey,
here's
Martha.
my idea for the closing ceremonies. Give him a
Smokes
torch.
it down.
Give him a torch that's like this big.
Him and Martha.
And have
like a
him
blood.
just holding it with a roach clip. Have him have a big ass roach clip, just holding the back end of the torch, dude.
Yeah.
And then Martha Stewart comes out.
Somebody
She
call
burns
NBC.
it down with him.
She
She's
carries
like,
it
"Let me
over
hit
it."
that, Snoop." Oh, Martha, here.
Oh dang, Martha.
Martha.
Yeah, he's carrying a torch. He's got a little,
He's got a little-
stem out the side.
He's got some vice grips on it, you know.
And we're actually going to get Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg down from the podium and do an
I
exit
wouldn't-
interview.
He'd
Let's see
be
if they're
the
not
only
gonna be
one to
behind
get
him.
away with it. Everybody loves that. Teresa's like, here comes your friend that you like so much. I go, he's funny. It's hilarious that people like him, and he dresses in a different
He's
things.
been to prison
I said,
after he was a rapper.
He's
Already.
a dad that has a kid that he coached him in Little League football, his whole Little League football team throughout the kid's life.
Yeah.
I said, he ain't an idiot or
Yeah.
asshole.
You know-
he obviously, he's not an idiot. He knows how
He's
to
a great
balance
businessman.
He knows how to balance his budget.
Well, they used to say, yeah.
it's
sorry.
it's fantastic that it took all the way till the 2024 Paris Olympics to Dad really start to,
get Snoop Dogg.
Get Snoop. He
I don't
likes
listen
Snoop.
to anything. I see him with Martha, and that's about it.
Hey, can we definitely after the show just put on a couple Snoop Dogg songs, just fucking bounce?
I have no idea whatever songs he ever
You've
did.
heard this one. Rolling down the street, smoking Endo, sipping on gin and juice.
I'd have to hear the melody.
Laid back with
Maybe-
my mind
maybe
on my
not.
money and my money
No,
on my
I knew
mind.
he was
You've
a
heard
rapper,
that.
but
That's,
no,
that's
I-
off the top of my head. That's a dog,
I
dog pound,
probably
baby.
had heard it, and I just don't pay attention to it.
You
but
probably have, and you'll be
I
like,
just watch it.
he'll
for
hear
his
that
comical.
synth. He'll hear that Dr. Dre synth in the beginning, and he'll be like, I know exactly what this is.
He'll be like, yeah, I know. This was, no.
But yeah, so big flowers
I
go
think
out
it's
to the
hilarious.
USA Olympic team as a whole. We are leading in gold as of 2 days ago. Because China, they were a little ahead of us, but we have been leading by at least 2 golds at any given time that I've checked. Definitely in the lead as far as fucking silvers, and definitely in the lead as far as bronze. So that means USA, USA, USA.
And I got one more quote.
We're standing on that.
One more thing about Snoop Dogg is about a week ago, Mom asked me a question. She goes, "Why is he here all the time? He's not even an athlete or anything like that." I said, "Well, he coached his son in football." But I said, the man is brilliant at marketing, and Snoop Dogg is his marketing product, and he is marketing himself.
Well, they say this thing, this
as
funny.
long as you're on TV.
So when we play games like Zelda and stuff like that, I'm a big Zelda fan. You know that. The rupees that you always look at in the garage, the weird little rupees before Nikita Kucherov took its spot, and you'd always look at that and be like, it's from Zelda, it's from the video game. Zelda is like one of those games where you have a main quest to do, like rapping, but there's all little side quests you can go do, like feeding this guy's chickens, going and finding feed, or this girl needs a carrot
Is
for
that
a
what
recipe.
James was doing with that
When's the
chicken
last
farm?
time you got laid?
So,
You asking him or Snoop Dogg?
Dick!
but yeah, so they say there's memes online where they're like, Snoop Dogg's literally doing every side quest possible. Like he started with rap.
Side hustle.
He started with rap, but then he does a cooking show with Martha
Come
Stewart.
on, I want to see what is. I want to see what
he-
his
Exactly.
he does the
you can't-
Olympics. He does the
I don't
like.
understand why Mom gets aggravated. I'm like,
He coaches
"Don't you
soccer,
see?"
like-
Well, he coached football. He
Yeah,
coaches
whichever.
youth football league.
Mom's like,
and I'm
"This
like, don't you understand
When
what
you're done
watching?
it's like when
If
it's,
me and Jeremy and Ryan can get this
no,
guy
it says when you're done with the main quest and you just go backwards and complete all the side missions. I mean, that's exactly what the motherfucker's doing.
He read how many condoms are given out in the villages. He's like,
he
I'm
don't
gonna get
have
up
to
in
work
there.
hard ever. There's so many people want to see him. He's going to be on anything he
Oh,
wants
forever.
to be. He's turning down
He's
shit.
in old school. When Will Ferrell gets on stage, he's rapping. Literally, I mean, the dude's a fucking legend.
Well, he's a marketing genius because he's
He
not the most talented person
He
in the
directed
world, right?
this ad.
David's Pizza.
I mean, he directed that. He's had his hand in everything,
I
including
know.
David's
He
Pizza.
doesn't have to act or say lines. He just
No, yeah.
flashes that big ass smile, and
Sometimes he has a chalice, and he's drinking out of a chalice. you
yeah,
know.
whatever.
That's just
I
what
mean,
he does.
anything that I mean, the reason why Mom always said, "There's your buddy," because when he did that fucking.
Well, that's because you take a hit of
when
weed.
he did that
once a
Modelo,
week.
or I mean, what was the
Corona.
Corona beer commercial
Yep.
on the beach? And I was like,
He just seems like a cool
that guy
motherfucker.
is fucking nuts. Teresa goes,
Does he do those greetings?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about? What are they called?
yeah, like the
The big red machine does it on Kill Tony all the time. What are they?
We should
We should look at it.
Yeah,
or
we
something.
should definitely look into that.
He doesn't know what we're talking. All right, so
Hey,
yeah.
Michael.
So guys, they call
I
us the
wish I could
Breeze.
sit on the beach with a Budweiser bottle of beer in my hand in an Adirondack chair and get
Well,
$100,000.
he's gonna drink a Corona, but he'll still.
Well, no, I'm talking about.
I know
like,
he'll be drinking a Corona. You'll be drinking a Budweiser.
Come
He'll
on, Mike, get
he'll
that
still-
outta here,
He'll
Mike.
have
still,
my feet in the sand.
he'll still pass the Dutchie on the left hand side.
Mike,
Don't
I got
worry.
a Corona. I don't need that Budweiser, Mike. Come
Oh,
on.
I'm thinking of a master
That
plan.
that is heavy, Mike.
Martha,
you
you
a
ain't
dog.
getting
You know,
on
it's
the show.
funny that we went from talking about the Olympics to talking about Snoop Dogg, because the one thing I did want to enunciate on or touch on here was we got like 30 seconds before we got to get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, the man who won the men's running 400 meter and won the gold medal, Mr. Quincy Hall, motherfucking straight gold grill when he's smiling.
Yeah,
And I was just like, for what? Like, you've been an Olympic trained athlete your whole life. You ain't been running around doing.
Is he the one that's real cocky?
Yeah, you ain't been running around doing fuckboy shit your whole life. I know your ass has been training for this your whole life, and you're gonna show up with a fucking full blasted gold ass grill for the goddamn U.S. Olympics.
Now let's think about who was the guy that ran track and he had gold shoes.
That's
way back when.
I understand that's. I know, but what he was symbolizing that he was going to try to win the gold by wearing gold shoes, and that dude just did it with a grill, and he's like, "I'm going to take gold because I'm wearing a gold."
I'm thinking about it like this: the history books when those kids got the fucking everything's going to be digital. It's not even books anymore, and they're looking up, like Olympics, and they see like this one, and then it's just fucking Post Malone, Malone sitting there just fucking grilled cheesing.
That nobody has any humility anymore. Everybody is takers and not
I
givers.
think it was
and
personally I think it was like one of those things like that's not representative. Well, I mean, I guess maybe a little bit
of the United States of America where it's currently at. I think
I guess so.
It might be.
I guess so.
I mean,
but
back in the day of like Bruce,
that's a church you gotta wear a suit to. Okay, is all I'm saying. That's one church you gotta wear a suit to.
That's a good. We
don't have to wear them on planes anymore. We don't have to wear them when we fucking we don't have to wear them all the time anymore.
Look at Bruce Jenner. He won 7 gold medals.
I'll go a little bit further.
You got 30 seconds to wrap us up, Rye.
I'll add to
that.
When
I know. Let's not get into Bruce Jenner right now.
50 years later, when you're looking back at your photo, I don't think, depending on the trend, I would not want to have gold teeth. Like showing my grandkids that I won an Olympic for gold.
Genuine smile on your face when you realize you just won a gold medal.
Because they're like, what's that? And it's just like, gold teeth aren't a thing anymore. It's like,
Grandpa,
I know, that was just a fad. And it's like, you look dumb.
That's a very fucking good point. That's a very fucking good point. I guess that's the best point. So, Quincy Hall, if you're out there listening, man, you fucked up.
Some people have
Photoshop that shit, bro.
To make other people believe they're way more successful than they are.
Well, and the thing is,
because they want attention.
I guess I'll have the last word here. Thing is, you're not a fucking professional NBA player or a football player. No one pays attention to you except for once every 4 years. So, don't try to wear 3 gold chains, fucking diamond earrings, and have that gold grill while you're running, because we're gonna forget about you tomorrow, bud. Guys, if they call us the Breeze,
you might make the Wheaties box.
Speaking of forget about us tomorrow, we'll be right back after this halftime break, and I have a little bit of a game for Brian and Dad coming up, so we'll be right back and talk more about that.
With the Buccaneers, first game Saturday night.
Yeah, that's right.
Against who?
7:00. The Bengals.
The Cincinnati.
That's
Bengals.
right. All right, here we go, guys. We're taking a little break. We'll be right back. Bye.
Doctor, my eyes have seen the years and the slow parade of fears without crying. Now I want to understand.
Jeremy,
I have done all that I could to see the evil and the good without hiding. You must help me if you can. Doctor, my eyes, tell me what is wrong, 'cause I'm wise to leave them open for so long. 'Cause I have wandered through this world, and as each moment has unfurled, I've been waiting to awaken from these dreams. People go just where they will. I never noticed them until I got this feeling that it's later than it seems. Doctor, my eyes, tell me what you see. I hear their cries. Just say if it's too late for me.
It ain't too late for us, boys. It's only halftime. That's right, guys. It's They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra sitting out here live in the motherfucking Tiger Cage. Oh, fucking Jackson
Oh,
Brown.
here
And
he
here's
comes.
the mail. It never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. And when it comes, I want to wail. Mail! Woo, woo. All right, we got him. We got him tonight. Fish on, boys. Fish on. Fish on, boys. All right, guys. They call us
He
the breeze.
was
That's
waving that
Bravo,
mail coming
Romeo,
up to you, baby.
Echo,
He
Sierra.
starts smiling about that.
You
He
need to look-
times
you
it
need
out,
to look
too.
for that on the
No,
camera.
I can't
He
put him
sees
on
the
the camera.
cars. He knows.
But I see, yeah, he steps it out.
Yeah, if he hears it, he starts to hear.
I
Anyway,
don't know if he can hear us, or I know he can't see us through the glass. I'm sure.
either way, Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra,
They can hear us
August
through
the
that
8th, the
door,
year of
I'm
our
sure.
Lord 2024, episode 159.
Funny.
TigerCageMedia.com and Tiger Cage Media channel on YouTube. Ring the little bell for notifications.
Ding 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 ding.
Got a little fun stuff for you guys tonight. I stumbled across something dumb on YouTube, one of those Reddit lists or whatever you want to call it. And I've seen it before, but there's always different variations of it. So I thought I'd check this one out, see what the latest and greatest was. And I thought, you know what? This would be fun for Dad especially. And Ryan might be able to help him a little bit more than he can help himself. See that Reddit thing with 67 different very shitty 2 or 3 sentence descriptions of movies. Funny descriptions of obvious movies. But you're going to have to think outside the box a little bit. And I just wanted to, it's Dad's annual checkup. See if his brain's working properly, not multiple choice. And we know his ears work properly as of last week for that tune in, tune out. Jesus Christ, he was carrying me like little baby Yoda on his back through that. But, you know, this is your mental aptitude test. We have to give it to you every once in a while, so think outside the box.
That's the wrong guy.
I have the best results.
I've had 3.
I get
That's the
ask
wrong
any
guy. That's the
doctor.
wrong guy.
Ask any doctor. So I'm just going to give you some really terribly written bad movie descriptions.
I get one.
That was my fault.
Got
Oh,
one
no, I think he
every
started
year
it.
for
Yeah,
the
he
last,
You know.
once a year for the last.
All right, what do you guys say? You want to do a
Anyway.
little bit? See,
Yeah.
test our
Anyway,
knowledge, and you
anyway.
guys are helping each other out here. So
gonna
here
help
we
each
go.
other.
Really bad movie. Now the first couple are going to be pretty easy. I'm going to try to softball you this. All right. Grumpy emo chick ponders whether to shag a dead corpse or a dog over several years.
Scooby-Doo. Not dead dog.
Grumpy emo chick
Well, grumpy old men or whatever.
tries to think about whether to shag a corpse or a dog over the span of several years. So that would be Twilight. Yes, that would be Twilight.
No idea.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
a werewolf.
Well, you know, we're not going to... You can't say werewolf and vampire. These are supposed to be a little obscure.
Oh, okay.
All right. Group spends 9 hours returning jewelry.
Well, Ocean's 11?
No.
Returning jewelry. They spend 9 hours doing it.
Don't know that movie, I'm sure.
See, that's Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
This might not be going as well as I planned. We might have to switch rails here.
shit.
All right. How about this one?
Shit.
Let's think outside the box here, fellas.
Those were the easy ones?
Yeah.
Let's think outside the box here. Everyone tries the ice plunge challenge. Everyone try movie description. Great movie, big movie. Everyone tries the
Out Cold?
big movie. Everyone tries the
Ice
ice
Cold.
Titanic.
Titanic. See, there you go. Everyone tries the ice plunge challenge. That is Titanic.
Which I highly recommend because it increases your
There's
dopamine
a
by
lizard.
250-fold.
Boy spends 7 years being the third wheel. A boy spends 7 years being the third wheel. A little tough. We're not big fans.
I'm thinking of the math on it.
We're not
too.
big fans of this series.
Oh, a TV series with Charlie
Movies.
Sheen.
These are movies.
Oh,
Boy spends 7 years being the third wheel. We're not a huge
I was going to say
fan of
you
this
know,
series, but a
Charlie
lot of people
Sheen and
are,
the
and it
other
has
guy.
its own section in an amusement park.
Oh, in an amusement park?
Boy spends 7 years being the third wheel.
Like, is that the Christmas movie?
That is Harry Potter.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Why is
All
it
right.
third wheel?
Here we go. Another one.
We're
I think
fucking
Ryan's getting
doing
on pace
great.
here. A girl with a mental illness talks to furniture.
Why is that funny?
A girl with a mental illness talks to furniture and marries her kidnapper.
Well, I didn't kidnap mom.
Could be
That's for
animated.
sure.
Oh. Like, not Coraline.
She does talk to furniture, though.
That's Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
A talking frog in the forest convinces a son to kill his dad.
What kind of movies you watching?
Star Wars.
This
Yeah, this isn't working. All right, moving right along. Guys, they call us Breeze, Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage.
Wow.
Hear about Aerosmith, right? They're done. They're fucking done.
I didn't hear why.
Halfway through their farewell tour, too.
I heard they canceled a lot of the shows.
Too many kids were underage drinking and driving.
Yep, that's true. No, so what he's been dealing, Steven Tyler's been dealing with this shit for years. He has like regular checkups where he goes into the doctors or the hospital like twice a year, and he gets polyps scraped out of his throat. Because if you just do that kind of damage to your throat, that's just what happens. And he had polyps scraped out of his throat, and it's a larynx thing, right? Larynx?
Larynx.
Larynx, however you say it.
Yep, that's right.
And I've been there, man. When you're shouting or when you're singing, and then the vocal cord stops working, and it's just air moving out, and it completely cuts out, and you're just like, oh my god. I mean, when we used to fucking do that shit, when we did that damn Harley Davidson show, you can hear it. You can hear like my voice is tired, it's done, and I'm not doing half the shit Steven Tyler's required to do on a nightly basis. And it just sucks because they're in the middle of their farewell tour after they've rescheduled some dates, and they're just like, look, it's time.
So
I saw a photo of him.
Time of scraping them.
I saw a photo of him like, in the back of a back hallway, and he had a piece of paper taped to his neck, and it just said out of order. And it just made me, and he just had like a cool look on his face with his hand up, like he always does. And I was just like, damn.
And Remy was crying
When
he
I
saw
met-
that. See, now, going back, it says
over him.
a guy that's alone in a forest kisses a dead body while 7 other guys watch. I mean, that's
What?
clearly...
Sasquatch.
Yeah, that's
See, you don't even know the name.
Snow White.
Yeah.
So there's some that I know.
Kids come out of the closet.
No idea.
Narnia. Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Is there a line?
How about this
Children
one?
in the corn.
We're just going back. Drug-addicted girl takes advantage of a mentally challenged boy for 3 decades.
Don't know.
See that? I don't know. I was looking
that
at
true?
it. I
Forrest
felt-
Gump.
What? What? Forrest
That's
Gump?
fucked.
These are bad movie descriptions. If you can think outside the box,
Did
anyway.
you just say Forrest Gump?
Yes, we did, but we're not going back to that. We're not doing this anymore. But yeah, so Aerosmith, we give you your flowers. I remember when Aerosmith Rock Band came out, that was pretty fucking badass. And I mean, we literally did an Aerosmith tune in, tune out, did we not? And these guys, Toys in the Attic, great album. And just, clap them in little flowers just for Aerosmith for giving us 4 decades worth of entertainment.
And you guys gave us a sweet ride at
Steven,
MGM.
rest your voice. Fall's coming up. You can play golf.
Soundtrack of our lives, I would say.
Dude, I still think that's one of the best roller coasters I've ever ridden.
I mean, it really is. And
there's
I
a lot of
learned-
AC.
I learned how to fall in love with girls by their music videos with Alicia Silverstone and his own daughter, Liv Tyler. And I was just like, holy, so you got to give it up for, Steven Tyler, and you got to give it up for the boys in Aerosmith, 100%. But, that's all I wanted to say about Aerosmith. And that's all I wanted to say during this. That segment bombed a little bit. And every once in a while, you're going to hear stuff like that on the show, guys. We're not going to edit it out because, we're just going to make you suffer along with us. And, you just get to hear this is how we try things.
We're
I don't
better
have,
than this most
Benny
times,
doesn't
Greg.
talk, and I don't have I don't have another person, so I can't just, experiment on them. So we're going to take a quick little break. We're going to regroup. We're going to have a beer. We're going to talk about what we're going to talk about on the next segment. So don't go anywhere. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Later.
Graham's home.
Hey, don't talk to me different. How do I explain? This whole evening just felt so strange. I guess things have changed. Alright. Cause you've been nighttime and brother, it started to show. You got your pleasures all around you, heard them all in a row. Yeah, you've been nighttime and brother, and you know how it goes. You've been nighttime and brother,
Hey guys, welcome back in. They call us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, sitting here live in the Tiger Cage. Episode 159. This one for August the 8th, the year of our Lord 2024. You know, real quick, once again, Tiger Cage Media, YouTube, tigercagemedia.com.
I've made a huge, horrible financial decision.
You can find it on YouTube, Tiger Cage Media.
Can you imagine getting your arm ripped off by a fucking tiger, or like, you know what I mean?
Christ,
like,
I would just be like,
am I completely cracking up again? I hear you nighttime and baby, just like you go. Yeah, you've been nighttime and baby.
Yeah, just give me another beer. I'll be fine.
I know a girl that had ripped off from here now.
Ryan, just dip my nub in a solo cup full of bourbon, and we'll just keep picking it up, guys.
As
long as I can drink
I've met
it.
her, and I've talked to her like many, many times, 200 times at least.
Siri?
She worked in Tampa at the Tampa Zoo, and she stuck her arm in a cage, and it ripped it off from here down.
Straight out the bone.
So the first time I was outside sales and called on that company, she was like,
She must have spent a lot of time in the sun if it was that, that easy, that tender to pull right off that bone.
I don't know. I mean, she's a young girl, like in her 20s.
This isn't a joke.
No.
Okay.
I was waiting for it, and I was trying to set it up.
I've
been watching a lot of men's. I've been watching a lot of men's volleyball.
I knew about it, and I've seen her arm. I mean, when I was outside sales, I would go over there, and obviously she couldn't do a whole lot, so she worked for her dad's company or whatever. And
was she her dad's right hand man?
Oh,
I don't think so. I hope they don't watch this.
Guys, they call us the Breeze. Before we get out of here, some things I just want to mention real quick. I have officially, can we clap me in for a second, real quick? I've officially finished the They Call Us the Breeze RPG video game. You guys are going to have it coming at you very soon. I'm going to call my shot right here. It's done. It's ready for PC download and for Mac download. If you're one of those gamers, you want to download it and have it on your desktop, a little icon of our video game. That way you can play it forever and ever and ever because it's downloaded on your computer until you accidentally delete it when you're drunk or rage delete it after a very bad episode where we try a new game.
I saw Ryan
always
playing
the rage
earlier, before the show.
So we have
JD Vance
that up,
really
or we will have that up by Monday when this episode comes out, wherever you get your podcast drip. We will also have a version where you can just play right there in your web browser if you don't actually want to, pull that game. It's a very small file size, but if you just don't want to clutter up your computer, you can play right off our website. That's tigercagemedia.com. That's where you're going to find all three versions. And I promise I will be diligently working. This is the soft opening, I would say. I will be diligently working on getting that to your Android and iPhones over the next month. But, just wanted to start sharing it.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
Sharing is a very important thing in life. Show and tell. What's one of the most memorable things you ever brought to
Well,
show
let's
and
not
tell?
get into that real quick. I got a funny story about the video game developing process, right?
Okay.
So I've been doing this for 6-7 months, I have a life. I have a job. I have, habits and... things, habits and hobbies and all sorts of things that, deter me from, finishing this video game over 6 months. But it's quite the learning curve. I learned new software to do it. And when you put that much time in for just, something, a hobby, you don't ever expect any money, and you're just like, I do this for fun. And I have 2 other games that are out there right now. They're no longer on the iPhone store, but they will be once I renew my developer software for the $100 that Apple fucking charges. And then once you pay it, your last 2 games are finally available on the market again. You don't even have to re-upload them. They're just waiting there for you until you pay them their fucking $100. Well, Android's different. You pay $25 per game and it's on there forever. So I have 2 on Android, Google Play Store, right? I shit you not.
You have to stop cutting yourself off.
Do I? So, check this shit out, Ryan. I'm checking my mail the other day. Tons of fucking crumple flyers and all the local ads. A bunch of mail, again, for people that haven't lived here in forever, and I've tried to write on them for the first year and tell the mailman these people don't live here anymore, and he doesn't care. So I'm sorry, I just throw them in the trash at this point. You know, no one cares, apparently. But I come across an envelope that has my name on it, and it's got my address, and it says Google Play Developers Class Action Lawsuit.
Ooh, sweet. I like this.
I go, okay, what the fuck is this? Someone saying you might be entitled to something. Well, it was spam mail, right? I open it up. It's a thing that says, like, you can check out the details here at this website. And I did while I took my morning shit, while I was drinking my coffee. I checked out the website. I read the details. I read the fine print. And looked legit. And it said you could stand to earn between $2,000 and $20,000 if you sold a lot of in-app purchases or buying game. Now, the first game was free for half of it, and you had to pay $2.99 for the second half of the game. And there were some in-app purchases in the first game, the Camp Somersault. The second game, that was the coin-based arcade game with the Pop-A-Shot and all that bullshit. That has plenty of in-app purchases. I haven't gotten more than maybe $60 in in-app purchases, and I've never cashed in on any of them. They are all still sitting in those accounts. I've never been like, oh, transfer it into my checking. You know what I mean? So I'm not a big fish on this lawsuit, but apparently this thing's for real. And apparently Google Play Store was taking a little bit too much off the top, or they were unclear about whatever. And then it said right there, if you don't want to accept this check as your settlement, you can decline it and go after them
for
more money.
Yeah, or Larry Loretti.
Dude, I have zero. I have nothing that's like more than a case of beer a year. I make like a case of beer a year off these games. That's what I make.
That's sweet, but you got to fight this thing.
How much was my check that was legit?
That's because we don't have the men.
So I got a fucking real check attached to that letter with my name and my address on it, and I scanned it and mobile deposited it.
How much was it for?
Mobile deposited it into Wells Fargo, and it cleared, and it's in my checking account right now. How much was that check for?
Now, $60, you said.
No, I'm saying like I maybe have earned like $60 in in-app purchases that I've never. But this is about
$15.
This is about like the part they skimmed off the top that they didn't tell people about.
You got $15 back.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Ryan says 15. What do you think, Dad? How much money was that check?
In the 50s and the 60s, there was a group of guys from New York.
I like where this is
settling.
Let's settle in.
Started in Las Vegas.
Let's settle in, boys.
And they skimmed a lot of money.
Yeah, but Google wasn't
But they
supposed
weren't
to be
paying
doing
people
that.
like Remy Breach that. Come on.
You know what happened?
My client has never had anyone ever give him any money. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate it. But yeah, no. So, I mean, I've barely gotten any payouts for this kind of stuff. I get like $3 dumped in my account maybe once a month for the Google ads. You get like a penny for every time an ad pops up. And sometimes I don't know who's out there still playing my game enough. But sometimes I get like a 4-pack.
No money for it.
Sometimes I get a 4-pack of Busch for free a month because of people just playing my games. How much was this check, man?
$15.
$15. How much do you think, Dad?
$7.85.
$785.
$7.85.
This check was on the dot, no change, $250.
Very good.
Damn.
What?
So they must be raking it in.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
They're paying my brother $250 on residuals.
I know
Hey,
a man
and better
with a baseball
believe-
bat
So-
that will go out there.
Wait, when did you find out about this, and why are you just telling me right now?
I found it literally. I got the mail Tuesday night when I took the Monday night I took the trash can out. Tuesday I picked up the trash can and I grabbed the mail when I pick up the trash can, and it was full of all sorts of shit. And I put it off to the side, and then I didn't check it till Wednesday night, and I was just like, Or
we need to promote the shit out of this game,
Monday
homeboy.
or Tuesday, you kind of waffle. We need to get this shit straight when we go to the court of law.
well, the point is, I would have never gotten any sort of money like that, like off of what I actually. There's no traffic on my games. There's barely any traffic on my games. You know what I mean? But somehow, so I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna argue it. But that was a hell of a fucking surprise, eh? So, point is, serendipitously.
Close.
I never knew her. She was in my
Close enough,
homeroom.
Louis.
Serendipitously.
I don't know what her last name is.
I literally finished the Breeze RPG game after, working on it for 6 months off and on. And, it feels like an unrewarding process. And then you get a check in the mail from some dumb video games you created in the past for $250. You're like, oh, okay, that kind of bought my time there. That was an unsuspected bonus for just doing what I like to do. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. 100% true story.
Royalties.
Exactly. It was like getting a royalty check from something I did literally 6-7 years ago.
20 years from now, I might be able to buy myself.
That's my retirement plan. Every 5 years,
a
I'll
new
release a video
recliner.
game.
Put it in an XRP.
I need a new recliner here.
But yeah, that was me. That was my big thing. So, just go out and make sure you guys go to tigercagemedia.com on Monday and download that new Breeze RPG
Get out there
video
and
game.
download
Tiger
that thing.
TIGER.
You got to keep Remy's beer habits alive,
No,
baby.
and this game is
MEDIA, no
no
hyphens.
purchase necessary, no purchase for an extension, no purchase for any of the goods in there. It's 100% free.
You know the thing about
it's what do they call it in jobs? It's close-ended.
Yeah.
A
Can't
closed
open it.
system. Yeah. There's
You've said you've maybe gotten a free case every month off this thing.
no, like a free 4-pack of Tall Boys,
And you've never shared.
of Bush Tall Boys, not even Budweiser Tall Boys, but
And he's
Busch.
never shared. He's never mentioned it.
I see him come walking in with
Well,
two every time.
You
and I'm
only
like,
knew 48
There
hours
are
ago.
when you
I get
release
it.
the thing. Here's how it happens, Ryan. When you release an app on the Google Play Store and especially the iOS, Apple Store, all at the same time. A lot of these fucking leech websites that have nothing better to post, they just go on every day and they find the roster of all the new games that published that day, and then they make you like a nice little interface and put it up, and it just redirects the fucking viewer to your link, but those little ads in the corner of that page are what pays that website. So tons of people pick my shit up and distribute it to countries I don't even know about. I still get fucking daily readings of how many retained players I get from the last video game, and it's still quite a bit, and I get reviews, and they're always in a foreign language that I don't understand, so I copy, cut, paste it into Google Translate, and it's always like, game sucks, this thing bugged out on the second level, it doesn't work. Like,
I think
and I'm
are
like,
you trying to Shark Tank me? You want a deal?
I
I can
can
give you a deal.
I'm just saying my shit ain't perfect, but
and if you don't have a deal,
and
you
they
should
do
just-
say sometimes super great game, super fun. My kid loved it, But it just depends on the author,
We're in between.
And some are like, great idea, but you could have done this better. And I'm like, fuck off, dude. Shouldn't you be playing soccer right now? You're from Brazil.
And I
The
highly
Olympics are
recommend
on. Watch the Olympics.
if your devices are a little slow, go to Spectrum. That's where you need to go.
Yep. All right. So I guess at the portion of our show, we're going to clap some people in. The horrible customer service at Spectrum. We're going to clap that in real quick. Definitely going to clap in Aerosmith, guys, one last time. Definitely going to clap them in, guys. I was crying when I met you, and now you're dying while I left you. Definitely going to clap in. They call us a Breeze RPG game coming soon to a device near you. And then definitely going to clap in the Olympics USA team, guys. They call us the Breeze. We've had so much fun. We hope you guys.
B-R-E-'S.
Oh, Snoop Dogg.
And let's clap in Snoop Dogg, too.
Snoop Dogg,
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
Let's,
Hey, what
and
about
Dad's
it?
love for him. Guys, we love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week. Don't go anywhere. Tell all your friends. For every one of you out there that's listening, there's 1,000 that aren't. We love you guys so much. Good night, everyone. Good night, everybody. We'll see you. Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.